Welcome back, Pokemon fans. Angel of the Night here. We are back again with the Team Star Challenge, and as you guys know, this is a single battle format competition where we can only use Pokemon that were obtained by Team Star. Plus, as well, we are required to bring Revaroom to every battle. Now, our opponent here comes in with an Annihilape, and we've also got our Torkoal onto the field. Drought has been activated, which of course intensifies fire-based moves. Now, we are going to go in for the Terrestrialization to Flying here in hopes to be able to resist a Drain Punch. And with the Shell Smash, of course, we want to be able to boost up all of our stats, such as like our speed, our attack, as well as our special attack. We are going to drop in our defensive values, but we do have a White Herb that can fix that. So, we are going in for the Terrestrialization here, and we're going to get this activated. Now, our opponent, of course, did swap out the Annihilape in order to bring in a Hatterene, and Hatterene should be able to resist a fire-based move. So I'm assuming that that's probably why they brought in their Hatterene this early into the battle. Now, with Hatterene, of course, it has some pretty decent special defensive values, so I'm not really sure a Heat Wave is really going to help here because fairies do naturally resist the fire typing. So I'm thinking to myself, well, I've got Solar Beam, I've also got Earth Power. And just in the event that they decided to bring in their other Pokemon, I'm thinking Earth Power might actually help us out here. However, it looks like Hatterene is going to be able to survive the hit of the Earth Power. So it's actually going to go in for the Calm Mind and go get its special attack as well as its special defense boosted. It is, however, going to also regain a little bit of health there from their leftovers. And that, of course, raises their HP every turn. Now, I am going to lock into the Heat Wave here. I want to be able to try to pick up the KO with the Hatterene, and it looks like I didn't get any kind of a critical hit here, so that kind of makes me wonder if I was capable of taking a Hatterene from the beginning. Now, mind you, it didn't really help, or hurt rather, in this case, to go for the Earth Power originally, but in the event that the Revaroom came in, I was hoping to be able to get it with that Earth Power itself. Obviously, Heat Wave would have done the same thing, but Heat Wave does have the potential of missing. So, we are going to lock in for our move here against this Revaroom, and it's very possible that Revaroom may also go for a Terrestrialization here. When practicing on Showdown for this competition, a lot of them tended to go for Tera Water, Tera Flying, Tera Ground, and then of course the occasional Electric type, which didn't make any sense to me. However, this one here decided to go for Tera Fire. Now that does make sense for the Heat Wave, however it does not make sense for the ground-based moves. Now he was capable of surviving here, which is pretty impressive actually, considering that we are under the sun, but Revaroom does manage to get a Shift Gear, and that's going to be able to boost up its attack stat. Now, it's very possible that we are going to get knocked out here by a Temper Flare, but we'll see what happens. Of course, I do not remember the full battle, as I've commentated about and edited about 40-some battles of this. But we do manage to pick up the KO here to the Revaroom, which is pretty fantastic. And that means that the last and final Pokemon remaining will be the Annihilape. Now at this time, the Sunlight has faded, which means that our power-up to the Fire-type moves are now no longer in effect. Annihilape, of course, coming back into the battle, it's very possible we may potentially see a Drain Punch here. However, with the boosts that are currently onto the Torkoal, I'm thinking to myself, I might as well just stay locked in with the Heat Wave, but my opponent has decided to forfeit. So that is the game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Take care, have a good one, and peace out.